right, well, hey everybody, it's GrimmGreen from GrimmGreen.com back here today. Thank you so much for joining me for another review. Last week we talked about this, the Serpent SMM. We got it all set up with a dope single coil in there. I have been using this exclusively for the last week, and it has been a very, very great tank. And a lot of people were saying, try dual coils, try dual coils, try dual coils. And so I thought, yeah, sure, why not? I'll try a dual coil in there. Not 100% sure how this is going to work, but I eventually got it in there. In order to see that process, what we're going to do is go up close, as we often do, for a quick short up closey time. Yeah. All right, yeehaw. Well, last week we were building on the Serpent SMM. There was a single coil. Yeah, put it in there pretty quickly. A lot of people were requesting, hey, Nick, put a dual coil in there. Put a dual coil in there. I don't know if I can, but damn it, I'm gonna try. All right, well, yeah, we kind of got a dual coil in there. It's stacked on top of each other, so one coil is above the other coil, as you saw. Fairly easy to build. I used that Coil Master 24 gauge Canthal comp wire, quotes, comp wire. But yeah, I just did 2 7 wraps around a 2mm post, stacked them on top of each other, wicked them, and filled it up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get back out to normal view and see if it vapes well. So yeah, I eventually got a dual coil in there. It doesn't look super pretty. I kind of had to stack them on top of each other. I had to press the bottom one very, very far down, like almost touching the deck. And then I had to pull the second one up a little higher so that the leads weren't too close, because you were getting some hot spots happening back and forth there. But I eventually got them glowing nice and evenly. I wicked them. I left the top wicks longer and I cut the bottom wicks shorter, and I stuffed them down into the holes, and it's been fine. It's been working great. I have a a feeling what's going on in here is that the bottom coil is getting nice and wet because the juice has less distance to travel. I have a feeling that top coil that's higher and the juice has a farther distance to go, I have a feeling that one's getting just a little bit on the dry side. Literally every toot I take, I can tell that one coil is really saturated and one coil is a little bit dry because I'm getting a little dry faintness. I can tell that one of those coils isn't completely saturated. It feels like basically the same vape. I see no advantage to doing a dual coil in here other than saying, yeah, I put a dual coil in the Serpent SMM. For me, a big 3mm fused Clapton single coil in here works better and tastes better than two tiny round wire, dual coils in here. But with that said, it's still a really great vape. I loaded this up with Vlog Day from the GrimmGreen signature line. Flavor, still fantastic. Very pure, very nice flavor. And the old rule remains that if you take a slower, softer drag on this or a slower, softer toot on this, you're gonna have a better experience overall. The airflow is gonna be smoother, the flavor is gonna be better, and the vapor is gonna be, well, the vapor is gonna be the same. That's the one thing that remains the same. The vapor remains the same. Obviously, this isn't going to win any cloud comps, but I'm 100% sure that that's not how Matt designed it. Like I said, Matt has a very specific way of vaping. He likes low profile stuff, tighter airflow, and more flavor, and that's exactly what he accomplished with the Serpent SMM. It's a smaller, lower profile tank, single coil, slightly restricted airflow, but flavor through the roof. You're really not going to need your vape budget hands at all for this. I found these all over the internet for around 35 to 40 bucks. So boom, Wotofo and Suck My Mod cranking out the really non-expensive RTA. So no real vape budget hands needed. And if we're gonna play the aliens game where the aliens come and take everything I have, is the SMM Wotofo Serpent something I would seek out and buy? I have a pretty short list of RTAs that I really enjoy. And I have a feeling the SMM is gonna get there. The more I use it, it is definitely gonna get there. Don't bother doing dual coils in it. I only did it because I don't know, because I wanted to try. But rocking a nice single coil fused Clapton in there, really easy to build, very easy to wick, so easy to fill, just an all-around really great vape. Now this tank isn't going to be for everybody. Like I said, I don't vape the way that this tank wants me to vape. I vape more like big airflow, clouds bro clouds. I'm a dripper guy. I'm not a restricted lung hit, small low pro tank flavor guy. But with that said, I'm really enjoying this vape. I don't know if I'll ever be like a low profile RTA single coil flavor guy, but when I want to be that guy, it's nice to know that the Serpent Wotofo SMM is there to do all of that, basically flawlessly. Yeah, even kind of looking down at that top coil, I can see the cotton around it, and it is not very saturated with juice. I don't know why we did that dual coil. Don't bother. Don't bother doing a dual coil. Be like, I saw GrimmGreen do a dual coil. He says it's not worth it, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to build that way. Just stick with the single coil, and this tank will treat you fine. Okay, enough rambling. I'll have links down in the description to everything I talked about in this video, but yeah, that's what I got, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on vaping. But with that said, this is still a great flavor. What?